And what's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great day here on Easter. I just finished preaching. We had a great service this morning and wanted to make a quick video, just give some thoughts on something. It really wasn't what I was talking about today, but I did mention it a little bit. So I thought I would kind of discuss it here just for a second. And I preached John 20, where it says that John outran Peter to the tomb. And I always hear people make light of it and say, well, John wanted everybody to know he was faster than Peter and all this other stuff. Well, if you read in Matthew 27 and 28, the Jewish high priests go to Pilate and they ask him for a guard. And he says essentially, he says in the New King James Version that you have a guard. And other translations kind of make it seem like that he was giving him a Roman guard. Well, this has to do with all you guys that think that John is Lazarus. And I don't know where I'm at on that, to be honest. But if I were y'all, I'd start arguing this way because this might be a good point. So if it's not a Roman guard that's at the tomb, and most people are going to point to Matthew 27:62 and say that's the verse, or that section of verses 27:66 is the section where he's given the Roman guard. Well, if he says you have a guard, and he's talking about the Jewish temple guard that arrested Jesus the night in the garden, that Paul would have taken with him on the road to Damascus, those people, because they had essentially their own system there of police in whatever terms. If that's who's at the tomb, it makes things a little more interesting. Do you remember right after that in Matthew 28:11, it says that those guards went into the city. Now, if those are Roman guards, who are they going to go report to? Pontius Pilate. But in Matthew 28:11, who do those guards go to? They go straight back to the chief priest. And I just don't think Roman guards would have went there first. So, say, Zach, what does that got to do with tying that into John outrunning Peter to the tomb? Well, if John is Lazarus, and again, I have no idea, but you can't deny that John's got some kind of priestly connection to the temple system that a normal fisherman wouldn't have because Peter didn't have it. John 18 says that Peter stood outside and that John got him in there essentially because Peter denies Jesus in the temple courtyard, that John gets him in there because he was known by the high priest. Well, I think the same would be true if those are not Roman guards at the tomb of Jesus, but those are Jewish guards. That John has to get there before Peter, or they both couldn't get in, or Peter couldn't have got in there to talk to him. Same idea, same concept. So he could have got him closer if it's John or Lazarus, whichever one, however you take it. He would have been known, so he's known to him, so John has to get there first. You say, okay, what about Mary Magdalene? How did she get there? Well, if she's Lazarus' sister, then she's from the family of the priesthood. They would have known her too, probably. So that might be just a little tidbit to think about. I don't know what's right or what's wrong in that, and I said that in the sermon today. But I just thought that was an interesting kind of little thought, especially for some of you guys who think that John is Lazarus. That might be a point in your favor, so you might want to start using that one. Anyway, all right, guys, God bless you. Have a great Easter. I'm exhausted. I'll see you Thursday in Virginia. Take care.